Hello, Professor Krasner's ENG102 class. It's Dan Calandro here from the Mercer County Community College Library, and today I'm going to show you how to use our electronic databases to get some sources for your paper on the novel Night by Elie Wiesel. So today we're going to go and look in the databases and hopefully get you some sources. Now, your professor wants you to use the novel as a sort of jumping off point. So what you can do is, as she suggests here, pick some topic that relates to the Holocaust and Night. For example, here she says students have written about big business and the American Nazi regime, lives in camps, survivors, etc., etc. So there's a lot of options that you have for this. It is up to you. And Wiesel's novel is kind of the place to get you started. So what we can do is we can look in a couple of databases and see what we can find about your topic. Now, remember that your keyword terms are going to be what will kind of guide you in your search. That's how you're going to narrow down your search. I think last time we talked about finding information about the novel. This time we're going to try and find some information about the Holocaust or the Shoah in general. So if you want life in camps, if you want stuff about dehumanization, you can even talk about the doctor's trial, where the Nazi doctors who experimented on the Jewish victims were put on trial after the end of the Second World War. So there's a lot you can do. And there's a picture of your author, Elie Wiesel. That's him there, the little red arrow next to him. So again, we can go ahead and we can use these keyword terms. Also remember that ideally you're trying to find some scholarly sources. This would be information written by experts. So historians, for example, would be good for this topic. They write these articles. They then go through a peer-reviewed process where other experts review them before they are published. Also remember too that if you just type in Holocaust or concentration camp, you're going to get a huge amount of search results. So you want to use the Boolean operator and is going to narrow down your search results to give you a little more manageable amount, as well as make them more on your topic, more of what you're interested in. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the databases. So if you go to the main Mercer website, from there you can scroll down and you can find our link to the library services page. And you've actually got a database right here in front of you called mersearch. Mersearch is great because it's going to search through multiple databases at once. It'll search through scholarly sources as well as newspapers and magazines, and pretty much any topic you put in, you should be able to find stuff. So we can start here really broadly. Obviously, if we type in Holocaust, we're going to get way too many search results. But for the purposes of this, you can see that there's over 1 million. So again, we want to narrow this down, right? What are we interested in about it? So for example, we can look at the keyword terms here that I have, or you can select one of your own. So here I can say, let's say human experimentation. Let's do that. And human experiment. Okay, and we'll search and see what comes up. And if you do this, you will see that we go from over 1 million down to 5,000. If we want, we can keep adding in more keyword terms. So for example, here, we could say doctor's trial, we could say eugenics, whatever it may be. So let's try, and I'm going to put that phrase, doctor's trial, in these double quotes because I want to find that exact phrase, those two words next to each other, okay? And you notice I actually need it to be plural doctors. Hang on, let me switch that. There we go. So again, we went from over 1 million to 5,000 to 116. And again, the more keyword terms we put in, the fewer search results we're going to get. Now, if you guys get stuck, if you get too many search results right here, let's just take this out and we'll go back up a level. Over 5,000, right? Okay. This is kind of what I want to know about, but I'm not sure what I'm interested in. Well, if you go on the left-hand side here, the database can help you out. If you look, there's a section called subject terms. And by clicking on that, it's going to show you essentially additional keyword terms you can add into your search. So if you want, you can click on any of these topics and it will add it to your search. Or if for some reason you find a lot of unrelated topics popping up, like let's say you're not interested in law, you can go ahead and you can get rid of that. So like here, look, medicine, medical research, like those might be good to add as well to our search. And then you just click apply and it would add them. So let me put back in that doctor's trial bit there, search for it. All right, how do you get a scholarly peer-reviewed article? Very easy. Look here on the left-hand side. There is your scholarly peer-reviewed link. And if you click on that, it's going to show you only scholarly peer-reviewed articles. And again, you can scroll through it and see if there's anything interesting. Okay. So if you want, you can click on one of these articles. Here, I'll click on this one. And it's going to take you to the database. Here, this actually is an article from PubMed, the National Institutes of Health. They have an article here that was found in our database. What are you looking at? We're looking at the title, we're looking at the authors, and we are looking here at the abstract telling us very quickly what this article is about. The abstract is helpful because it's going to give you an idea of what this article is going to discuss, and if basically it's for you. Is it going to argue what you want to argue? Is it going to support what you want to support? All those kinds of things. So make sure you read the abstract. And there you can actually see you have the whole article below. What I like to do, if possible, I like to go and grab the PDF because I want to be able to download the article, save it for later, and hang on to it. Also, if you're trying to cite something, it's going to have page numbers and stuff in it. Okay, so there it is, 53. Hard to see. I'll zoom in. There's 53. And there you can scroll through the article. Now, this is a database that's actually funded by the government, PubMed. So sometimes you kind of have to look around a little bit, but there's usually a citation button in our databases here. If you click on it, it will generate the citation for you. There it is. There's your MLA formatted citation. Now, if you get stuck and you cannot find the citation or the email button, that's okay. Once you've run your search, MERSearch actually has those buttons available too. A little hard to tell maybe on my screen, but there's your email. So you can email the article to yourself, and the little quote bubble there will generate the citation. Again, you just have to pick the format that you want. In this case, we want the MLA format. Then it'll give you that MLA formatted citation. And you can highlight, copy, and paste this into your works cited page. Now, the nice thing about MERSearch is that pretty much whatever topic you're interested in, you will be able to find search results. However, as you can see, if you just did Holocaust and human experimentation, you're going to get way too much stuff probably to pick through. So unless you know more than, say, 2 keyword terms, you're going to have to rely on the database, class discussions, things like that to add in keyword terms. The other option is you go and you try a smaller database. So here's what we'll do. Since all of the databases work exactly the same, I can highlight and copy my search, and I can go and find other databases to put this search into. Other databases are located here under the quick links section in the link databases subject. Click on that. And these will take you to our individual databases. You can certainly use the general database section. Any of these would be good. Academic Search Premier, JSTOR, ProQuest Central, these would all be helpful. If you click on ProQuest Central, which is another one I would recommend, there is one thing you always have to do before you search. Make sure you click on the full text option. You want to do this because you need the complete full text article. And then if you want peer reviewed, you can see your peer reviewed buttons there. If you go and paste in your search, you're going to go ahead and get your search results. And again, if you find one set of keyword terms that works really well for you, you can go into the other databases and locate other articles with those keyword terms. All right, so there's our search results. You can see we've actually got a different set of search results too. Some that may not have been in the top here are now in the top in our ProQuest search. So again, you can scroll through it, see if there's anything interesting, and click on it. So here I'll click on one of these articles, and it'll go ahead and bring it up. You'll see the same thing. So what you're looking at is the title, the author, the journal it comes from, the abstract once again. Here you can see your full text. You can download it again, email it. Again, you can send it to Mercer, Yahoo, Gmail, wherever you want to send it to. Just make sure you save a copy. And then you can generate the citation as well. Click on Cite. You can see here this actually defaults to APA, so I just want to change that to the MLA 8th edition. So if it asks, you want the MLA 8th edition, but pretty much all the databases, if they don't tell you the edition, it's going to be the most recent one, which again is the 8th edition. And there you can highlight copy this into your works cited page. Another good database that will be helpful for this is JSTOR. JSTOR is really great for history. If you go under general, you'll find JSTOR. JSTOR is a little bit tricky to use in that if you just search, you're going to get way too much stuff. So this is what I like to do to use JSTOR. Go under Advanced Search, and under Advanced Search, I usually like to click at least two things. First thing I like to click is the item type, articles specifically. All this other stuff is not really that helpful for you, but articles definitely will be. The second thing I like to click is sort of the general subject area I'm interested in. You can see here you've got your journal filters or the discipline areas. So if you want, you can scroll down and you can see, okay, here's history, right? You can click on that. Jewish studies would be a good one. And if you are interested in anything else, sociology, psychology, again, it depends on your topic that you've selected. So now I can plug in my search here, paste. You can put it on two lines. You could do Holocaust and human experimentation. You can see that and in there, but you can put it all on one line. It won't affect it. And then run your search. So there we go. We now have 304 more articles to take a look at. Usually people like JSTOR, but they get hung up in the fact that they wind up with all of those other sort of non-article things. And then you can scroll through and see if there's anything interesting. Okay, so here I'll click one of these. It'll again take me to the article. You will see that it actually displays right here. Okay, there's the little abstract here. It's over here on the left as well. JSTOR doesn't always have abstract because JSTOR is usually just basically a scan of the article. One nice thing that JSTOR does though is see where it says view 92 search matches. So this is going to tell me that my keywords in here appeared 92 times. And if I click on it, it's going to say, okay, on these pages, here's your search results. So if I go to page 67, it's going to say, okay, here's where your information appears, which can be nice. And again, you can see you have the download PDF button as well. So once you find something, you can save it. The Cite button's moved over here to the left-hand side. Again, if you click on Cite, you can find that there's your MLA format with your copy button. Again, if you've used one database, if you can get the concept of the keyword terms and the Boolean operator and just right, you're going to be able to find lots and lots of really great stuff in the databases. Those few databases I showed you weren't the only ones, obviously. Two other ones that may be helpful will be under the social sciences section, and they will be the ProQuest psychology journals and the ProQuest social science journals. So if you want to work on like why did the Holocaust happen, why did it happen in Germany of all places, that these two databases will definitely have some articles on those topics. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you, guys. If you get stuck or lost or confused, please get in touch with us. You can email us. You can set up a time to do a Google Hangout, whatever works for you guys. We'll do our best to get you situated and get you some help. All right, thank you, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.